We're okay on quorum, by the way.
Thanks.
One quick observation before we begin, Clayton.
Yes.
Today at Briar Park on the piano, they had a quintet, 5 people with it was the best music ever. And they're having another one tomorrow, and then Wednesday's the last day in Briar Park for that. So if anybody, I don't know who they're gonna have tomorrow, but the group today was, people were stomping and yelling and screaming. It was in the rain, drizzle.
Great, love it. Thanks for the intel. Everybody show up.
I'll look for you.
Representing. Okay, I guess we can get started. I know that we will be getting more people, but we'll get started. Hello, everyone. We all know each other. My name is Clayton Smith. I'm chair of the Parks and Public Spaces Committee. Craig Slutskin here is the vice chair of the committee. We have a super short agenda tonight, which is very unusual. And so for members of the public's knowledge, we will be wrapping up that short agenda and then going into private session where this committee will have an orientation for the sake of our new board members and also as a point of reference for our current board members. And so I appreciate everybody's flexibility with that schedule as things rolled along this last week. We heard late this afternoon that the event application for Union Square Park did withdraw today. So that has been removed from the agenda and we will not have to take up people's time hearing that. So people are now filtering in and I just want to announce one thing. We got a call today from the Commission on Human Rights and they are holding a visibility event tomorrow in Union Square at 3 o'clock. And this is to address people's concerns and questions about the vandalism that happened at the George Floyd sculpture, which we heard at this committee and asked questions about this very topic recently. So it's obviously it's upsetting. And I don't know if people saw the coverage of it today, but the Artists and Union Square Partnership issued statements around their response to it that I thought were very thoughtful. And of course, we're concerned about it. So if anyone is interested in attending that, Marisa, I don't know if there's any further detail about that or if an RSVP is required or whatever.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know if you mentioned the time. It's from 3 to 4 p.m. tomorrow, and it's billed as a visibility event. And the Human Rights Commission will be out there, and they are hoping that community members and community partners come out and support the event and support the art installation and the feelings behind it.
Great, thank you. Thank you, everyone. So let's move ahead with Madison Square Park Conservancy and your public art installation.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm Brooke Kamen-Rappaport. I'm the chief curator of Madison Square Park Conservancy. We're always very thrilled to present our upcoming future projects to you. And as something quite special this evening, artist Hugh Hayden, who is a New Yorker now, he was born in Texas, but he lives and works here in New York City. He is on the Zoom and he will be sharing the description and helping our understanding of an incredible project that's called Briar Patch that's going to open in January in Madison Square Park. We are very delighted to work with Hugh. He is a 38-year-old artist. He has a major exhibition opening at the Institute of Contemporary Art in Miami later in the fall, in November, early December. And he will be working with us starting now, basically, that we're fabricating Briar Patch for Madison Square Park. So Hugh, I know you're traveling. We're so thrilled and grateful that you're able to do this from your car seat as you drive. And we'll, Stephanie, please show the slide.
Thank you
Great.
for the intro, Brooke, and hello everyone. I'm joining you from a car in Mexico City. I just landed from the airport. And essentially, though, this I'm very thrilled for the opportunity to do this, to have this exhibition. It's called Briar Patch, which is an outdoor installation of a smaller previous work I made indoors at White Columns, which is a not-for-profit space in the West Village, where there were these 6 school desks in the original installation made from salvaged Christmas trees, that essentially their school desks, they evoke a sense of academia, education, access to education, but at the same time, there are branches extending from them. So the desks overall create, the branches create a force field around the desk that in one way keep people out of inhabiting the desk, but they also create a safe space and their interconnectedness. And there's different ways to read it in terms of notions of growth, connections to ecological issues, education about the environment, as well as the story of the Briar Patch, of the rabbit as the protagonist in the story, that being the safe space for them to flourish and grow and escape predators, and it's all about perspective in terms of
Stephanie, next slide.
And so, yeah, you can see in this slide, the desks are like the branch in terms of the fabrication of the desk. We're working with a land management place in central New Jersey, where we're using for that installation. For this installation, we'll use white cedars that are being sort of a byproduct of land management in this particular area, so that the trees are being cut down for sustainability issues. And one of the biggest aspects of this work is the branches are not attached to the wood, but they're essentially integral to the pieces of wood, and that we're leaving them attached, but carving boards around them so that we can put them together, to create these different forms, in this case, a school desk. So there's no smoke and mirrors. A lot of people sort of, that's the magic of some of this work, is not understanding how the wood and the branches are coexisting. But a little bit, I like to compare my work as like sort of bone and chicken versus the as the type of wood that I'm using, versus if you were say you bought wood at Home Depot, that's like getting a chicken McNugget. It's like abstraction of a piece of wood or a tree.
Next slide, Steph.
And so, yeah, this is whereas the first image you were seeing, it showed the 6 desks in the original indoor White Columns exhibition. Outdoors, we'll have this large grid of desks broken up into maybe like two smaller classrooms of 25 desks and one larger one of about 50 desks. So that, seeing an exterior classroom will create its own conversations in terms of the orientation of what the desks are facing within the park, and and in the directions outside of the park, as well as the branches themselves engaging with nature, and dialogue with the other trees, and as the leaves emerge, as well as with birds and other animals, and sort of there's like, the piece will constantly evolve, even though it's more static, because of the nature of it being created out of branches. The experience will develop and change from the context.
Great, Hugh. Thank you so much. Clayton, may I ask if there are any questions? Am I allowed to do that, or do you do that?
Well, thank you for asking me that. Either way is fine. Yeah, members of the committee, if you have questions for Brooke or for the artist about the installation, please use the raise hand feature and let yourself be known. One question I just have off the top is when it comes to access to the piece, I assume this is in the main lawn. What are there boundaries around it? Do you want people to walk amongst it? Like what's that aspect of it?
Hugh, do you want me to take that one?
We could both. I think to some degree with the branches, will create quite a thicket, and it will be difficult to penetrate. As well as they're going to be on. I guess there are three like such sort of sidings, but they will be kind of fenced off, as well as it being installed from January to April, is I guess when the park expects there's less visitation, and also it would be there's this hope that people will stay more out of it. There will be a series of desks without branches that are actually open for interaction, like as an outdoor classroom.
Great, thank you. There was a hand raised earlier, but it seems to be gone. Sorry, I don't know who that was.
That was me. I was going to ask about the timing of the event, but it was mentioned in the last statement.
Oh, okay, great.
Great.
Craig, yeah.
You said it's going to be used, or there are desks that are going to be used for an outdoor classroom. What exactly are you going to be using the outdoor classroom? Is there going to be programs revolving around it?
There will be public programs. Those are information now directly with Hugh and Madison Square Park Conservancy. And, we see so many groups of children come to the park. So there will be that opportunity, and it will be informal as people see fit to using that space, to using the space that Hugh's creating with the rows of outdoor desks.
A follow-up question. What are you going to do with this after April 24th?
We're traveling it to other institutions and potential for a museum. We have a number of colleagues across the country who are interested in taking the show as a venue. So Hugh is a star, and there's a lot of interest in taking the project.
Super cool.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions from members of the committee? And are there any comments or questions from members of the public? All right, seeing none, we thank you very much for your time, Mr. Hayden, and for your artistry, and we look very forward to seeing this in the park and in our district. We're very fortunate indeed to live in a district and with an entity such as Madison Square Park Conservancy, who is so sophisticated and aligned with their values to bring in artists such as yourself to grace our district with public art.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you just muted.
Oh, thank you for having me, and I'm very excited to realize this project.
So are we. Thank you, everyone. Hugh, thanks for joining in from your trip.
Yep. Bye-bye.
See you
Thank you.
soon. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brooke. We will move forward with Steph with your updates about programming.
Sorry. All right, there we go. So I'm really excited that Madison Square Park is bringing back two of our beloved programs. One of them is Leaf Fest, which is November 13th this year. It's a Saturday. This is our annual kind of community volunteer event where we just ask members of the public to, bring their kids and just rake leaves in the park. All of these leaves will be raked to a specific portion of the lawn at the end of 3 hours. And then our staff will actually compost these leaves through our leaf chipper, and they'll actually provide us with almost like this homemade mulch for our garden beds over the winter. So very excited to have this program returning this November. And then the other program that is returning is Mad Square Holiday. We were not able to do an in-person holiday last year, and we are very excited to be bringing it back on Thursday, December 12th at December 12th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. It's a little shorter than previous years, but we're hoping to get a couple of our neighborhood partners in the area such as Whole Foods, Eataly, and Shake Shack to distribute some samples during the event. We'll have some kind of acoustic music and also do our famous countdown of the tree itself. So very excited to be bringing these back this year.
And will the location of the tree be the same as it was last year?
Yeah, so the tree will be located on the Shake Shack gravel close to 23rd and Broadway.
Great. We have a question from Mike.
I do. I'm just looking at my calendar for Thursday, December 12th, and I see something's wrong.
Oh, hold on. That might be a mistake on my part. Let me check real quick.
I think it's the 9th. That's what's on our agenda is December 9th, possibly.
Yeah, December 9th. It is a Thursday. That is correct.
That's a little better.
Thank you for the clarification. Any questions or comments from members of the committee about these programming updates? And any questions or comments from members of the public? Wow, talk about short and sweet. We have wrapped up our agenda at a whopping 17 minutes. Stephanie, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward, as always, to the tree lighting and to Leaf Fest. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
And before we adjourn, I wanted to see if there are any new business or input from any members of the public. If so, please raise your hand. Also, Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the Maya Lin piece that's down in Madison Square right now is terrific, and they've done a terrific job. It's always great to see what they're doing down there in Madison Square. So just keep it up. Good job.
So appreciate your remarking on that, David. Thank you very much. Maya's project is epic, and I think it had enormous impact about the devastation on climate change. So, and it's also visually stunning. So thank you.
Mike.
Yeah, just a reminder for everybody, there is that free tour every Sunday, 11 o'clock, Madison Square. It meets in front of the Flatiron Building every Sunday, 11 o'clock, free. If you're not happy, you get double your money back.
Thanks for the reminder, Mike.
Miriam does most of those. Miriam.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for your time. This is a record. We did once have a 26-minute committee meeting, which included an event application. I think we were all very proud of that one, but this is kind of unusual, but we appreciate it. And we are now going to go into private session with the members of the committee to have our orientation for new members. So thank you very much, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Okay, and then, we're all set, right, Marisa?
Yeah, you're all set, and I've locked the webinar, so nobody can join. Whoever you have now is who you have.
Thank God, because we have a lot of dirt to talk about this.
But if there are any committee members you know of that were joining later, let me know, because then I have to let them in.